climate needs to be absolutely part of the way we think about sanitation. So, previously we were thinking about ending open defecation. We're thinking about now safely managed sanitation, but that has to be climate resilient safely managed sanitation.
There was this question, like, what's sanitation got to do with climate? And it became really clear that many people didn't really understand the connections, when in fact climate has everything to do with sanitation, whether it's not enough water or too much water.
This moment, our challenge is the durability of our infrastructure, because the construction built a long time ago.
The land mass is very small, and we have climate hazards. You talk about saltwater intrusion. You talk about sea level rise. That is affecting the islands in the Pacific. And we have to come up with a best solution to address this sanitation issue.
The lack of awareness leads to the lack of concerns that to provide the safely managed sanitation to include it in the climate resilient sanitation.
Our audience really challenged us with three really important questions. One was around getting the basics right. There's still lots of countries that are struggling with open defecation or low levels of service. So how do we reach this high bar of climate resilient services while we've still got the basics to do?
So I wanted to present a little bit on the coalition. So Kate already discussed the coalition and how we came about, but essentially we have a couple of areas of work. So one is to increase access to finance, so looking at how we can strengthen sanitation and GCF guidelines and eventually in their disbursement of funds. Increasing sanitation prominence in climate policy, so building the evidence base and best practice. We're also looking at how to mainstream sanitation in the 3 tracks of climate negotiations around adaptation, mitigation, and finance. And then finally, we're looking to build capacity at national level.
So I think, unfortunately, these 2 points are slightly in conflict, but I think it's important to say, A, that we shouldn't forget the basics, and doing the basic sanitation work must not stop, but also that we need to be doing that within a holistic view of what are the support mechanisms, the operations and maintenance capability, financial structures that can make the management of our sanitation systems survive shock.
We're all learning as well. What does it mean to contextualize climate resilient sanitation interventions in a program? So how do we change specifically what we're doing on the ground to make sure that the policies and interventions we're proposing are in fact resilient?